Here with Maggie Darr as Lady Demons get ready for another home conference series this weekend against HCU. Maggie, talk about the pitching staff for a second. Obviously, you guys had some ups and downs, just like the offense has had some ups and downs this year. But I know going into this series, you guys want to come out, pitch well, and at the end of the day, give the team a chance to win.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. Our main goal is just keep them off the bases, keep runs scoring low, because then we can let our hitters do what they do best and have our backs there. I mean, it's always nice whenever they get ahead early. Like this past weekend, they scored a lot of early runs, and I think that helped us going into games and took some pressure off the pitchers. But we've definitely had our ups and downs. We've been working really hard in the bullpens on fixing the little things, and I have no doubt that we're going to come out strong this weekend.
Yeah. Take me into sort of your mindset, maybe specifically like in the game last night against Tech. Knew going in that they have a very good pitching staff. Knew that runs when they come are going to be at a premium. Does that maybe help you elevate what you want to do to try to sort of match blow for blow kind of thing?
I think as a pitcher, you have to mentally just not really think about that kind of stuff. I think you just have to go in it and do the best that you can and throw your pitches and trust it. That's what Coach Lexi's been big on us about lately. Is throwing pitches that are competitive and trusting ourselves, because I think even with the good staff that they have, our hitters did have really good at-bats in the beginning of the game and had chances to put up runs, and I think we definitely could have won that game. It just didn't go in our favor. And but as a pitcher, I think we just go out there and just do what we can and hope that our hitters got our backs, because they usually do.
Right. Yeah, talk about the offense, what you from your perspective. I know you don't get to hit and all that, but you sometimes get to throw against them and obviously see what they do. But we're averaging 10 hits or so the past couple weeks a game. Where have you seen the progression from the offense?
They've been out here a lot doing extra work lately. A lot of the hitters have been out here. Even today, some of our pitchers threw some live at-bats. Obviously, us throwing to them, we know what they're good and bad at, so it's a little bit funny because, we know. But when they're up there, I think they've been having really good at-bats, even if they started off slow at the beginning of the year. And at the end of the day, they're going to get the job done, and all we can do is trust them and let them do what they're good at.
Yeah. So like I said, taking on HCU this weekend, and kind of part of this weekend's series is on Saturday. Pretty cool little deal that we're doing is Daddy-Daughter Day. And if you've been to any Northwestern State game over the past couple years, you've seen a Darr or three out as your parents seem to go to every game, including your dad. But talk about just what it was like growing up playing softball, and I'm sure your dad was there right along with all those like he is nowadays.
Yes, he was never really the stern on me. He let me, obviously he was hard on me, but not as hard as most people would think probably. He kind of just let me choose that softball was fun first, and they come to as much as they can. And even growing up, no matter how busy their schedule was, they always tried to make it to games, high school games, little league games, and they traveled all over the country for me to play select ball. So I appreciate them for everything they've done, and it's still nice to look out in the stands today and seeing them out there.
Yeah, I guess you could probably count on your hand the number of times they weren't at games.
Yes.
But do you? Certainly, you don't take that. Maybe you don't take that for granted at all. I know.
No, I don't. And I think they always feel worse than I do about not coming to my games, because they're always like, "Oh, we're not going to be there," and I'm like, "It's okay. Like it's one game," and they're like, "No, but I'm not going to be there," and I'm like, "It's okay." But they're there for everything through me. They've been my biggest support system in softball, no matter what, and always just brought me back to the basics when things were hard. And it's always nice to look out there and know that they're out there supporting me.
Obviously, your dad's a big part of your support system. But what does he mean to you off the softball field?
Off the softball field, he is one of the hardest workers I know. He has built everything himself his entire life, and you can ask a lot of people out here. He's always doing something different. He has never had just one job. He's always digging into something new, or up here with Pickett talking about things we can work on and on the facilities, and he's building houses now, and he's just always doing something different. But he definitely is the hardest worker I know, and I look up to him for that.
All right, Maggie. Well, it's going to be a special weekend. I know Mr. Walter will be out here
yes, he will.
cheering on and hoping for a good 3-game series against HCU.
Yep.